Well, it's a tale of two pipelines. Our next guest is slamming President Biden for canceling the Keystone XL pipeline on day one while delaying action on Russia's Nord Stream 2. The move increasing Russia's grip on the world's oil supply, which is deeply impacting Europe. Here with your reaction is South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. Governor, good morning to you.
Morning, Steve. Thanks for having me on.
You know, Russia's already talking about, hey, Germany, you might be pulling the plug on Nord Stream 2, but your natural gas prices are going to double in about a week.
Well, and that's the power that President Biden gave them. When he canceled the Keystone Pipeline on day one of his presidency, he sent a clear message to Putin. You go ahead, develop your energy supply, make sure that the rest of Europe and the United States is more unstable. From the very day he got into the White House, he gave Putin all the power.
And that's the problem. You know, we were just talking with Governor Perry about the cyber threat, and I see that obviously this is something of interest to you as well, because you want to develop a cybersecurity lab in South Dakota at one of your universities.
Well, we already have one. We have a SCIF at Dakota State University. It's one of the top cybersecurity training universities in the country. And this year we announced a partnership where we will double the capacity of students that go through there, and then partnerships with DoD contractors, cyber tech security officials that will be able to co-locate here in South Dakota, recognizing the threats we face from around the world. And that is the reality we see playing out today with Russia. It's not only attacking our energy supply, it's also attacking us through those mechanisms that are related to cybersecurity issues. And it's an all-out defense of the American way of life today, Steve. And I wish that this president and this White House understood that they drove up gas prices on South Dakotans by canceling the Keystone Pipeline, which came straight through our state. But we are preparing for the future, regardless of what President Biden does. We're training cybersecurity and the top in the world to be able to be prepared to secure that technology and our information from countries that are threats like Russia.
You know, and Jen Psaki, as we were talking a moment ago, said yesterday there are no known threats. And we heard from Secretary Mayorkas the same thing. But the Department of Homeland Security came out and warned, you know, organizations at all levels that Russia's going to try to do something. You know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that Russia is going to retaliate.
They're already trying to do something. They're already trying to hack into our systems and our information supply. They're already invading Ukraine, and they are already setting up for war. You don't put up a hospital and start shipping in blood unless diplomatic relations are over. You do that when you're ready to go to war and take more of the power that President Biden's been holding out and giving to them for many, many months now.
All right, something very personal to you that you've been working on for a while. Coming up in early summer, you've got a brand new book out. It's called Not My First Rodeo. You famously, we've seen you at rodeos. One excerpt from your father that we wanted to highlight, and I think it explains a lot about you. The quote is, "We don't complain about things, Kristi. We fix them. These words, so often spoken by my dad, have motivated me to show up for the tough jobs of my life, from cleaning stalls to signing legislation." That's such a good way to put it, because, you know, the visual of you out cleaning the stalls kind of has a lot to do with politics, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And I think that, you know, my dad speaking those words over me as a young girl really set my attitude for how I approached life. And a lot of the stories in this book will talk about who I am, how I make the decisions that I make, but also behind the scenes political stories from my time in Congress, my time on the Armed Services Committee working on national security issues and farm bills and National Defense Authorization Acts, tax reform, but also my time as governor. The crisis that we've seen with COVID and the overstepping of authority by our leaders in this country is alarming. And I think people will truly understand the approach that we took here in South Dakota and how it really is a bright light for this country and brings hope to people who really embrace their freedoms.
You know, Governor, oftentimes a politician will write a book like that to introduce themselves to people across the national stage. Are you thinking about another job and some other political job on the agenda?
No, I had a lot of people asking if I would do something like this. I think that a lot of times, Steve, what happens is on the news, people don't really understand who you are or why you made the decisions that you made. We were the only state that didn't shut down, the only one who didn't define essential businesses. We have the #1 economy in the country. We have, less than 1,500 people on unemployment in our state. People want to know why, what worked there, and how did she stand there and make those decisions? So I think you'll enjoy the book, and there's some funny stories in there and things that you will not believe. So I hope you enjoy it.
We look forward to it. Her book, Not My First Rodeo, will be released on June 28th, and you can currently pre-order it wherever you pre-order and buy your books. Governor, thank you very much for joining us. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.